welcome back to the pod, folks. How you doing? What's going on within your life? I was told not to fold my arms and do all of that, so we're not going to do that. But welcome back to the pod today. Hope that you enjoyed last week with Music Has a Soul. Oh man, I'd love to hear your comments on that. And hey, I'm talking about stuff that's just in my life that I've thought of, that I've mused of. I have a feeling I'm not alone, although. I have a feeling there's people that are thinking the similar thoughts, but you don't maybe have a voice, you don't have a platform to say what you want to say or muse or just talk about it. And so this is what this is about. I believe these conversations are going to be enriching to people, are going to motivate people, inspire people, challenge people, as it's challenged myself. Hey, I'm also in this to be challenged myself too, okay? I'm not just here preaching to you. I'm here to be challenged and learn so we can grow together beyond the stage. I really believe that, we need to be growing holistically as artists, creatives, people in life. We need to be growing holistically. I believe God wants well-rounded people who can kick butt on stage, but actually have a life that's working off stage. Does that make sense, right? And so one of the things for me to help me work in life, if I could put it that way, was stepping away from being involved in church ministry for 27, almost 30 years. I needed time out, man. I needed a break. And by the guidance of some wise leaders and counsel, I eventually took the huge step of saying, hey, time out. I need to work on myself. I got some graft to do. I'm in the middle age of my life. What is the next 40, 50 years? What is it going to look like? And I believe I needed to do that. I had the privilege of doing that, of getting away from it all and having a supportive wife that I can get away from it all and work on my stuff, work on my marriage, work on my kids, work on myself as a person, so that when I'm presenting myself, it is authentic, it is real. It's not perfect, in no way perfect, but we're coming from a place of strength and not weakness. I believe that's what we need in our world today, right? People who know who they are, people who are strong, people who know how to say no correctly, people who know how to say yes correctly. I believe that it's important. And so today's topic, a little bit of a different one. Today's topic is, guess what? Drum roll, please. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Boom. Walking my dog saved my life. Walking my dog saved my life. I mentioned this to Peter and the team a couple of weeks ago, and they were like, wow, that sounds interesting. A bit dramatic, but interesting, right? Yeah, but walking my dog did save my life, and I'll tell you why. I needed, like I said earlier on, to get away from it all. For me, life was a bunch of chores, to-do lists, things to get through. The quality of my life was just going from week to week to week, and I needed to reflect. I needed time away from the spotlight. I needed to get away from it all, and so I'm so grateful. And so no, my dog didn't pick me up off the floor while I was bleeding or had a fall or something like that, or call some neighbors. No. What happened that was, after a while of consciously walking my dog, I needed my soul to be in a healthy place. My soul was not healthy. My soul was distracted. My soul was tapered down with a whole bunch of stuff that I needed to take out bit by bit in order to get to a healthy place. And so when I say my dog saved my life, that's what I'm talking about. You see, we live lives that are busy. We live lives that are distracted. We live lives that are on the run, right? And sometimes we're not in union with ourselves. Sometimes we're not in union with those around us. Sometimes we're not even in union with God and what it means to actually have a relationship with God. So yes, we're so distracted with actually even our relationship with Christ. And before, when I used to walk my dog, it was a chore, it was a duty. It was like, oh, another tick off my list, something to do, right? I have this little poodle, right? Well, not poodle, but not a poodle. I have this little mookie, a mix between a Maltese and a Morkie, a little mookie, and hopefully I can maybe show him to you guys in a picture, and Andre, and we can maybe morph that out and see how we can make that work. But this little thing, man, when I grew up in life, we had dogs that were in our backyard, right? They were in our backyard. They had their little kennel. They were never in the house because dogs were supposed to be outside, right? But this little thing literally sleeps with us in our room, sometimes on my bed. I'm like, no, that can't happen. But the cutest little thing. And when I stepped away from ministry, I was, of course, walking this dog, and I realized that, wow, I needed this time to step away. And so today I want to give you a couple of nuggets. A lot of what I talk about on this podcast, and will be talking about on this podcast, is not rocket science. It's not the best or the newest thing around. But it's little nuggets of truth that I'm hoping that you can take in your life and apply to yourself, that can have you live a little bit more restful, peaceful, perspective life within your life. And so here's a couple of things that walking my dog showed me. Are you ready, folks? Lessons learned. Number one, it's not rocket science, like I said, it's just very basic stuff. But when I share these things, I'm hoping that it will bear witness with you. Number one, my dog's name is Leo, is actually walking me. I'm not walking him. He's actually walking me. You see, when I, in essence, allow Leo to walk me, I'm letting go of the reins of control. I'm letting go of, I've got to do this, let's get this done. I'm letting go of the reins of control. It reinforces letting go of the things that I can't control within my life. You see, often in our lives, we think we need to make things happen. We've got a duty to do. We've got something to deliver. We've got a preach to do. We've got a song list to fulfill. But often when we let go and allow God to do the work and allow God's Holy Spirit in us to do the work, it's amazing what happens, right, within our lives. And so, yes, sometimes the best thing we can do is let go of the thing that we are trying to control within our lives. And you know what this has done for me? This has made me a little bit more peaceful. When I thought, this is a duty, this is something I've got to do, it's made me peaceful, and it's made me relax in the moment and just breathe and allow Leo to walk me. And you know what happened then? It took me actually a couple of walks to realize that. And this whole perspective of just letting go, allowing your dog to walk you, wow, it was so interesting for me. And I hope that bears witness with you. So let go. Often in times, we've just got to let go of stuff, right, in our lives. We've got to let go and allow the Lord to do the work, not have control. As men, we want to control things. But it slowly but surely, my soul started to relax, and my soul started to just be in a space where I could just relax and be and allow my dog to walk me. So yes, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, as your soul prospers, which I mentioned in my previous episode, at the back of my previous episode, as your soul prospers, so will your life. As your soul prospers, so will your life. And I believe my soul needed to prosper. My soul needed the bandwidth to live life. My soul needed a place where I could just be. And walking my dog helped me do that. Number two, I take it all in. Over this last while of just being away from it all, being away of active ministry, on stage, week in, week out, week in, week out, it takes its toll on your life, right? It takes its toll on your mental capacity, on your heart capacity, on your soul capacity. And for me, it was great just to let go. So I take it all in. The artist in me has realized that I'm actually an introvert and I need space and bandwidth. Some people are extroverts and they get energy around other people. For me, I'm actually an introvert. And so I need the bandwidth to be in my own space, to be in my own, not in my own head, let's not say that, but to be in my own space and reflect and think through things, and hence the podcast, right? So on my walk, I take it all in. I purposefully don't listen to music. I don't have my earphones in, or I don't have my phone with me. I used to do that before, and before I'd be like, got to do this, got to do that after my walk. But I purposefully don't do that. I don't watch anything. How do we do that anyways, right, while walking a dog? But I don't do any of it. I don't listen to podcasts, YouTube, or any music. I just take it all in. I'm not distracted by it all. I pray. I meditate. I think through conversations that I've had with my wife in that morning. I think about my kids. And it's 15, 20 minutes, man. It's 15, 20 minutes of just husa, of just having the bandwidth to just be in my own space. I take in, and when I'm not praying or meditating, I smell the smells, I look around me, and I take it all in. I believe our worlds are distracted, man. We're distracted by whether it's social media, whether it's a to-do list. We're so distracted in our worlds. And for me, I was distracted for a very long time. And I needed time just to have my soul be healthy. And so yes, my dog saved my life. Number 3, it's healthy. I try to get my 10,000 steps in every day, and I should. At 47, I need to be healthy, right? I want to walk the distance, and be healthier within my life. But what's great is that I get 2,000, 3,000 steps in on my walk with my dog, and it's pretty cool. He needs 2 walks. So there we go, 6,000 steps are in. Let's do it, But it's healthy for me. And I think when you start to get older, you realize, hey, my health is actually important. I can't do those things that I used to do on stage like I used to do them anymore, It's going to take a little bit more effort and a little bit more energy, and so it's healthy. So there's so many benefits to walking my dog. It's healthy. So, numerous benefits. Studies have shown that 50 minutes of walking a day lowers your blood pressure and decreases stress. I mean, so many benefits here. Walking at a steady pace can count for your daily dose of cardio. There's so many benefits, and for your dog too. And so, get a dog, why don't you? Get a dog. But it's healthy for you. It really, really is. Getting out in the fresh air. And number 3, habits and accountability. Number 1, for me, Leo was walking me. I wasn't walking Leo. Number 2, I take it all in. I take in the day. It helps me have the bandwidth to attack my day in a healthy, constructive way. Number 3, it's healthy for me. And then number 4, habits of accountability. At 8 o'clock every day I walk this dog, right? 8 o'clock every day. And I know that I'm going to need to get up if it's a cold winter's day, like it's starting to get colder now. I'm going to have to get up because this dog is googly eye looking at me. Okay, we need to get out, And so it causes me to get out of bed. And it's accountable. I'm accountable to this little sized 4-kilogram dog. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk, right? But it gets me out of bed, and it's accountability for me, and it's good habits as well. And as artists, I've seen it, right? As artists, we're smoking on the side, or we go have our drinks, and it's not a good and healthy lifestyle. Let's be honest, folks. It's not a good, healthy lifestyle in the long run. My dad died of diabetes. He died of diabetes. He had 2 amputations. He was great at what he did on stage, and I'm not bringing my dad down. It's just we can sometimes have some bad habits. And my desire for myself and for you watching this podcast is that we can walk the distance in a healthy way, that we can have a relationship with our children, that we can have a relationship with our wives, that our children like us, that our wives like us, that we like ourselves. And so these little things seem insignificant. They seem stupid almost, right? But for me, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with being stupid. I'm cool with sounding like a nerd. If I know it's going to benefit me in my life, I'm going to do it. And so it's helped me to be accountable, get out of bed and walk my dog. And so like clockwork, each morning around 6:30 a.m. he goes out to do his business, and at 8 a.m. I got to walk this sucker. I've got to walk this dog. But I've come to realize that he's actually walking me. And so when he's walking me, I embrace it all. I enjoy it. And then I've actually learned to crave it. And so I never knew that a simple act of walking one's dog can be so rewarding and fulfilling. In my mind, it was another thing to do or to get done or to tick off my list, like I said earlier on. I seriously loathed doing it. I think a big part of one's life when you grow older, you get mature enough into realizing the price of always arriving at the next best thing or opportunity should not be the goal. I'm going to say that again. The price of arriving at the next best thing or doing the next best thing should not be the goal. It's the process of getting there that's more important. I'm going to say that again. The price that we often pay of arriving at an opportunity or arriving at the next best thing should not be the goal. I believe we need to embrace the process that helps us to get to that goal. And so the reward of fully engaging in the simple things and embracing the so-called insignificant is life-changing and enriching. I'm going to say that again. I wrote it out here. The reward of fully engaging in the simple things and embracing the so-called insignificant things is life-giving and soul-enriching. My dog saved my life. My soul needed saving. My soul needed renewing. My soul needed redeeming. And maybe your soul needs that today. I want to encourage you. Find a space, find a time, walk your dog, meditate, water your garden if you need to. But find space for you that your soul is healthy and so that what you are delivering from the stages that you are on is coming from a healthy place. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, but I'm encouraging you and motivating you to have your soul be healthy. You are the best thing you can give to this world. So why don't you make sure that you're at a good place so that you can deliver what people can enjoy and people can feed off of. My name is Lyndon Peterson. These conversations are real. They're tough sometimes, but this is what life beyond the stage has been for me, and I'm hoping that can be for you. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Find a dog, why don't you? Let's go live lives that are large, lives that are big, and where your soul can benefit you and benefit others. God bless. I want to hear from you in this podcast what you thought about this. A simple thing, but I hope you enjoyed it. God bless. See you later.